All right, so now I've stripped my wires and I want to go ahead and put them through. In some instances, you may have to drill a hole, pop a hole in this plate to get your wires through to where you can make your connections here. But now that I've verified where my power source and my common are, I want to cut the power. So what I need to do is flip this breaker. There's always a disconnect someplace right around here. You need to locate that first and foremost. So now there shouldn't be any power anywhere in here. I just want to validate that there's no power. So all I've got to do is touch on that terminal and then hit a ground. And as you see, there's no power. On this side there is, because this is the power coming in. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you stay away from this side here. This is your incoming power from the source. So there's another disconnect in here somewhere. I don't know where this one is at. It may be outside, but we will make sure that we get that cut off before we start working on the power in here. But I also want to check here. That way when I make my connections, I see that I don't have any power on these. And as you see, I'm reading 0, so there's no power here. So as long as I stay away from these two terminals here, I'll be fine, because this is 120 volts of AC coming in. Now I'm going to take my wires, and since I've already got a hole in here, I'm going to feed these through this existing hole. That way I'm not having to drill anything new. And I should have enough slack to get what I need. I'm going to put my wire nut back on. Up, pull on it, just make sure it's snug. Find my white wire. Tight. One thing that I do want to do, I want to make sure that I get me my ground here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this wire back. I'm going to strip this wire. I'm going to twist it. I'm going to make me a little hoop in it. I'm going to take my drill. I'm going to pull this. Also, there's two purple wires that come off of the FC device. And what I want to do is I just clip them back because we're not going to be using those. So I just cut them back. There's about 6 inches still hanging out. But what I wanted to do is make sure that they didn't get in the way of any of my fan or anything. Now that that's done, I want to turn the power back on. I see my ion unit power on in the bottom, and it is now working. So now what I want to do is replace my door. Making sure not to pinch any wires. Get my fingers in there in the power.